feel like I'm never ready to start the video for real, but I figured since I just changed my YouTube name, I should talk about the third eye. I mean, that's some important stuff right there that you don't learn in school. So, my little notes. But yeah, like I've been doing like meditation, looking up stuff like research, like DMT, meditation, LSD, pineal gland, that's what your third eye is, and all this Egypt stuff. I've been looking this stuff up for years though, but with me, when I meditate, I hardly meditate. I need to meditate more, but when I do meditate, I'll turn on like some binaural beats from somebody that I trust, because some people put some stuff up there that'll probably mess you up, but I always go to somebody's videos that I trust, like Ryan Cropper. He has like guided meditation, but I don't really like that because I be trying to like focus and do talking. But I mean, it's a good dude to listen to though. But when I do it, I'll meditate. You're supposed to meditate 30 minutes a day, or at least an hour, and then keep progressing. But I'll do it for like good 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And back in the day when I was in the Air Force, I was meditating, and I can't even talk about everything, but we was meditating, and I was on my little shift on my duty that day, and I went to the back to go to sleep, and I went to sleep, but then I woke up, but I wasn't really woke. I was in sleep paralysis. If you don't know what sleep paralysis is, when you wake up and basically your energy or your soul is not all the way back like in your body yet, and it's a lot of different descriptions on what that is. Damn, my phone about to fall. But it's a lot of different descriptions on what that is, but people say it's a demon sitting on you. I don't like to say that because when it happens, you're gonna be scared. But when it happened to me my whole life. But this one time I woke up and I could see the whole room that I was in the back room of this place that we was like, it was like a reception center or something like that. And I was asleep on this swivel chair, and I woke up, but I could see the whole room, like panoramic view. And out the peripheral of my right eye, I'm like, what is that? And it's something moving, and it's like what they call like a shadow person or shadow being, but it's like I couldn't really see it, but I just knew it was like a silhouette, and it was all black, and it was like shaking or whatever. But I'm like, what is that? So like I got scared, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, it looked like it was walking around the room looking for something. So I'm like, maybe it doesn't even know I'm here, like I'm not awake yet. So I'm like frozen, just like when you're a little kid and you hear something in the dark room, like you go under the covers and you just sit there until somebody come and get you. I just sat there, and I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, and it's like, okay, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I need to move, and I'm gonna go up there with my homeboy and tell him what just happened. And I'm like, all right, go now. Don't move. I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't in my body yet, so like I didn't move. And I tried this like 3 times, and after a while, I'm like, okay, I figured out what's going on. I'm like, you need to wake up and get out of here. But at that point, I didn't know that you're not supposed to really be afraid of that. But I was. So when I woke, finally got up, I ran up to the front, and I'm like, bruh, you wouldn't believe what just happened to me, man. And like me and him used to talk about this stuff all the time, so he wasn't like, bro, what you talking about, man? Just go back to sleep. He was actually knowing what I was talking about. So I'm like, man, this junk crazy. I don't care about y'all live video. But so I went back there and went back to sleep. I'm like, man, went back to sleep. It happened again. I'm like, what in the world? But when it happens, it's kind of like it's a connection between meditation and sleep paralysis and REM sleep and all that. Because when I meditate, I had the same feeling as when you wake up and you go to sleep paralysis. It's like a vibrational pop. That's the only way I can explain it right now. It's like, because when I'm meditating, you get to a certain point to where you're just like, your body goes to sleep, but you're not asleep. and you feel it just go, and that's when you know, like, okay, I've reached the different levels. That's why at Meek Mill, there's levels to this. Like, man, that just happened again. I was so scared, but at that point I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be scared. But yeah, like when I meditate, I usually put on binaural beats, or I'll just have the silent. You might have to leave the house. Sometimes I gotta leave the house and sit in my car like I do now, like, and just find like a parking lot or somewhere where it's chill. It's not a lot of people, and you can just think to yourself, listen to music and do whatever. But I'll meditate, and when I'm done meditating, doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or what, like, I feel energized, I'm focused. When you're meditating, your thoughts, you're supposed to let your thoughts roam freely. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. With me, I don't really meditate like that, so I'm trying to like get my skill level up in that. But it's cool. It's like something to think about. I don't know, it's like ever since I was little, it's like stuff that people don't really talk about that happens, like deja vu and stuff. It's like, to me, it's like, isn't that interesting? Like, don't you want to find out what else is out there? Like, we have a third eye, a pineal gland, a third eye that nobody talks about. Like, it seemed like they would have taught you that in school. Like, we have this organ in the middle of our brain, in the middle of our head, that has a lot to do with reality. And your dang, I keep getting all this. Your third eye pumps out chemicals that make you think different sometimes, especially when you're asleep. I need to look at my facts because it's a certain word. It's like, but this video gonna be long, man. But yeah. So your third eye is important, and that was like always intriguing to me. Like, why don't people talk about this? Like, when you dream, and sometimes when you dream, you go to the same spot that you've been to in a dream. You're like, I know this place, but this is the only place I've been to in my dream. It's like a dream world or something. And whatever you dream about, if it's like something stressing on your mind, that's what you're gonna dream about. I've had dreams where a girl's cheating on me because I was worried about them cheating. I'm like, dang, I need to just like clear my mind. That's why you're supposed to meditate before you go to sleep. Some people like Ryan Cropper, he can meditate and astral project on point. That's what I'm trying to get to. I haven't astral projected yet because you got to eat healthy. You got to live a good lifestyle and keep your mind clear, good vibes and all that. And astral project, you can look up a lot of videos on that. Well, it was this old guy. He started looking it up, and he said he did it on accident one night, and he thought he died. He was above his bed looking at him and his wife sleep, but then he figured out what was going on, and he started meditating and doing it over and over, and he figured out like there's more to life than this reality. Like, we have souls that are made of energy, and everything is made of energy, so you can interact with everything, and everything that we see. Somebody explained it real good in this video that I was watching. I forget which video, but if you think about your brain is inside your head. It's in a dark spot. There's no light inside your head. So when you see stuff, when you see light and stuff, it comes through your eye and is processed by the brain. And how does your brain know that red is red and yellow is yellow and all that stuff? That's just something to think about. So when you think, when you close your eyes and you use your third eye and you can see stuff. I forgot what rapper this was, but he was explaining this video. He said he had a sign that said Rockstar energy drink on it. He was at college, and he said, all right, now everybody in your head, without saying anything, don't move your lips, don't move your mouth, just say this word. And it said Rockstar on it. And like, I did it while I was watching the video, and I was like, okay, Rockstar in my head. And then he was like, so you didn't move your mouth, no sound came out, but you said Rockstar and you heard yourself say it. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, now what is that? He was trying to explain. That video was called Fifth Dimension Explained. But I was watching that and I was like, wow, okay, that's like really opening up my mind to think about stuff differently. And then he said, the next step he said, okay, now you see this word rock star, close your eyes and visualize it, and you can see it in your head. So your eyes are closed, but you can see it. Man, there's too much stuff to talk about on this video. I'm gonna just have to make another one.